Well, I believe we're recording. I believe we're back on the YouTube, on the podcast, once upon a time called Past, Present, and the Future. We're going to ditch that. We're now called the Hot Rod Pod. Hopefully, we're back monthly at least. And to start off with, what a show, what a person to speak to. We've only got our world champion, Derek Martin, number 20, 2023 world champion. So far, so good, Derek. I've got it all right.
Yep, all right. Hopefully you can repeat that next week with another year.
No, well, yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? We could do this every week. It's great to have you back and great to be chatting again. I think it's kind of 3 years ago since we did something similar. A lot's happened then. A lot's happened. I kind of watched back and there was a bit of a what if, what's going to happen next. So kind of come tell me what happened from then.
No, it's good that we know we're back on social media. No, it's good that you're doing this again because it's good for the sport and good for all the spectators to get there or to see more of what actually happens, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, that side of it's good. Yeah, what's happened since? Not really much has changed. We just kept at it. We won, I think, probably a national championship and then a world since that. So.
Yeah, so it wasn't just the world, it was the national as well. So let's just touch on that a little bit. Obviously, it's a tough one to win at Hendersford. Must have been a great feeling.
Yeah, we've done it the wrong way around, I suppose, as people would say. But no, 2021. I had to actually look at a picture there to double check the year. But I think it was the year just we come back after COVID. It was kind of the first sort of normal year for national weekend. Ipswich maybe was slightly later that year, I think,
Yeah,
memory. But no, that weekend everything kind of just fell in place. Car felt good. The balance was good all weekend. John come with me for the final, and then there was a bit of an incident with a back marker or spinning car, which took
sure.
John out of it at that time, and then it left my race a whole lot easier. So
Good, good.
um,
So
yeah,
and that obviously that extra confidence then as a major champion. And then we fast forward a little bit to last year. Talk me through the weekend. How did it was it all going well from the moment you got there or
um, I don't know. To be fair, we went into the weekend. Probably not many people had me on the radar. Probably
yeah.
some of this year, which is fine. But yeah, we went out in practice at a throttle stick in practice. So really went into the hot laps last year, not really knowing how the car was going to handle. So it was kind of a bit of into the unknown. But I knew in practice just how the car was rotating just on half throttle that I knew that it couldn't be far away. But yeah, to put it in pole was brilliant.
And yeah, I mean, I remember the yeah, it was a pretty all the panic in the pits after practice, and then yeah, straight into pole. Um, and whereabouts was you on the day? Because there was a little bit of a sort of mixed weather and stuff, if I remember rightly.
I think I was in around late teens, maybe early 20s, something like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, the track had come pretty good the time I was out. I had no issues with the track conditions, but you know, pretty much everybody in the top 10 or 12 was all on the same sort of track conditions. Just
yeah.
I think it was really Gary Wosley and Paul Wright probably had to make a
They
short straw
yeah, they
with
got
the weather.
unlucky. Yeah. When you pull that ball out in the morning, are you looking for sort of in that mid pack, or is there any preference or?
To be fair, last year was so unknown. With like everybody knew there was rain kind of in the air, and it could have come after Paul or it could have come before Paul. So
Sure.
nobody really knew what was a good number last year. But historically, the track still can be dusty in the early numbers. But like I think Billy was number one year and still was in the second or third row. So it's
Right.
yes, a
Yeah.
small factor to play, but
Yeah, I find obviously I've been out there quite a few times in the middle, and in when the guys are doing their, and some are really nervous. Some drivers, you can really feel the nerves. How do you? Is it a nervous moment for you, waiting for the hot
to be,
laps?
to be fair, I was probably more nervous coming on here than I will be on Saturday morning.
Right, fair play. Yeah, fair play. Well, like I say, you're good at this stuff, Derek. Honestly, I think you're natural, to be fair. So, so yeah, pole made it look easy. Well, who knows? But then the race. I mean, to be fair, the race was we had a really eventful one a year before. A little bit of drama early on. I think there was a spinner and you nearly collected. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I think there was three yellow flags maybe last year, and then There was a spinner on the back straight that I lost a lot of time to as well. I got near collected, but it was still pretty smooth. There was a lot of oil out. The track was mega mega slick at one stage,
Yeah,
which caught a few people out. But it was just kind of adapting to the conditions and reading the traffic. I got I kind of knew I wanted to try and get a comfortable gap so I could then pace my own race. And
sure.
I'd done that each of the yellow flags. Each of the restarts, I was able to build a bit of a comfort zone just so I could avoid any difficulties that I could.
And when does it sink in? I've imagined winning this race many many times, and I'm thinking them last 5 laps. So there's a big smile getting bigger by each lap. Are you still just in the zone?
Um, this is, I suppose, a difficult one. The last sort of 5, 10 laps, I was behind Kosi, the South African driver.
Yeah,
I knew I didn't need to pass him because I couldn't even see Robert. I just sort of paced myself off. I had a couple of niggles, and I goes, "No, this is too dangerous. I don't need to be doing this at this stage of the race." So, I just paced it to the finish. In terms of it sinking in, I was pretty physically drained after, to be fair, last year, and then I don't know if it ever really sinked in. I'm just that laid back that it's just another race now.
yeah, great,
I'll
yeah.
do it all again.
Yes, well, yeah, exactly. I think that's the best way. I think all winners do that. That's in the past. Let's go to the future. So the glory, so the Gold Roof, and of course, I think probably the next big event. You went out to South Africa, I believe.
Yeah, no, and to be fair, that's probably been the highlight of the Gold Roof year. I've been to South Africa a few times now. That was my second time international, but the experience of bringing the Gold Roof there, it's just something else. So everybody behind making that happen, it's still a mega mega thank you for that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then to go out there and then I believe it possibly was the first non-South African to win the final of a tour round. So no,
yeah.
that was, yes, just adds to it.
And I bet you get a great reception out there. The crowd really,
Yeah, no, it's mega. Like you feel like a superstar standing in the infield at that rock, but you don't
you are a
even
superstar.
you don't even get time to lift your head. It's just signature after signature. So no, it's mega.
And you survived Dean Wood, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, I think it's probably the most emotional I've seen Dean Wood. He was as happy as I was that I won. I had to drive home, to be fair. He
yeah.
spent the rest of the evening in the bar.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's great, really, to be fair, and I think the support he gives to every all the winners and stuff, it's been fantastic, and making it happen. So absolutely fair play. So we'll fast forward a little bit onto the now, and obviously I think the last bit of time we was got like prying into how important the points race in Northern Ireland. So we're not going to need to go there again, but and I love looking back when you said it's like really it's just take every race. You want to win, you want to get to the front. The points are irrelevant in a way, but this year it's been a tough one. Obviously, Shane won the points. Glenn Bell, I think, runner up. Yourself third. Have I got that right?
I think Adam was second, Adam Maxwell was
Oh,
second,
sorry, course. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Glenn was fourth. So no, yeah, look, mega mega tough series. Yeah, it's just endless. Our numbers probably dropped away a little bit towards the second half of the year, which leaves it so difficult as a red roof. It's kind of
yeah.
a race to the first corner at some stage because there's
Sure.
just so little cars that's in front of us that allow us to pass each other because we're so close to each other. But Shane's been quick, yeah. Shane's been very very quick and freezing. So
Okay.
um,
Yeah, and obviously the two cars in front of you tend to be Ginettas. We'll talk a little bit more about the cars later. But do we think that they've got something special, those two, or is it still very close between probably at the top half a dozen of you?
no, I think like at Christmas, I think John might have been leading at Christmas, and then at the European, John had a tire infringement, so John kind of called it quits and probably started his preparation early at that. Myself and Adam kind of banked a few tires to go to the Ipswich round, show off the roofs and try and
Yeah,
get some track time. So we probably sacrificed a little bit at home, and both of us unfortunately got some damage. So we then, well, I ultimately missed the last two rounds, not because of that, but kind of switched my focus over to kind of preparing. So I missed
sure,
a few rounds, and I think Adam missed the one then just to get back on track then for the last round. So,
sure. Okay.
but that by no means takes away from the winner of the series.
No.
It's still mega mega competitive.
Yeah, I mean anyone that wins that series over there, they got to be an absolute top pilot. So you had a little bit of time to prepare. So is it a complete rebuild, or we got something new to look for, or what's
No,
the car
just
looking like?
pretty much same as last year. Just kind of well, after Ipswich, I kind of needed a whole front in terms of suspension. So got the axle, kind of rejigged the axle to make sure everything was perfect. So yes, pretty much a nut and bolt, but not really intentionally. Kind of just all new parts based on the damage. But
Sure.
no, we had a bit of a shakedown and all seems good again. So
Excellent.
if not better, hopefully.
And the weather looks a little bit mixed. I mean, it seems to change every day, but there might be the odd shower around about 12 o'clock on a Sunday. I don't know how that's going to affect the weekend. But do you go in there thinking about these things, plan A, plan B, or just turn up
No,
anyway?
it's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be in front of us all at the same time. So hopefully my tire decision's a little bit better than the last one at the European, but no, it's all going to be in front of us. There's no point thinking too far ahead. We'll get Saturday over us first and see what Sunday brings in.
Good. And of course, Saturday looks a bit different this year because we've got the Super Pole. What's your thoughts on the mix up with that?
Look, it's to be fair, Oval National Hot Rod spectator sport. So if it's good for the fans to see us back out on track in the afternoon, going at it again, the top 12, yeah, it's good, but um, hopefully we just have to do it twice this year now instead of once last year.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I like it, and I think that we needed something a little bit to get the cars back that Saturday evening. And yeah, I mean there might have been a couple of other little tweaks, but I like it. Give it a go, and it's going to be interesting that you can imagine maybe someone coming in 12th on the in the morning and then still banging it on pole in the afternoon in the evening. That'll be a big story, I reckon.
Yeah, no, it certainly wouldn't be out of the question, I'm sure. And still weather still could play a part in the two. So look,
Yeah.
you never know. But yeah, as I say, if it's good for the fans, yeah, it's good for the sport.
Yeah, it doubles the chances, really, doesn't it? So, so as far as the rivals, I mean, obviously there's a big long list. I think any one of the cars and probably a few of the support cars could rightly win the gold. Who do you see as the main rivals, and who you keeping an eye out for?
To be fair, I'll go into Saturday and Sunday with my own race in front of me. I'll not focus too much on anybody else. I'll keep my head down, and if I do everything correct, I don't have a doubt that I'll not be far away at the end.
Good, yeah, no names. Let's keep it like that. Eh? Yes, keep it like that. So obviously with the cars, I mean, so we've just seen the Mazda been racing with Billy Wood, which actually looked pretty quick. Actually, to be fair, Ipswich, I was very impressed. It looks fantastic. But Ginettas are doing very well in England at the moment. Also, we've got the Lotus, a couple of Lotuses out there. Tigra's still doing well. So, any thoughts on where the cars are going now? As Tigra days are over, or
No, definitely not. I think somebody else asked me that question earlier in the week, and like I still have no doubt that a Tigger could be in pole and potentially will be in pole and go on to win the race as well. So no, by no means do I think the Tigger's finished. But yeah, no, for the sport, it's brilliant to have kind of 4 or 5 key car shapes out there now. And
yeah, I
hopefully
forgot
it,
the Fiesta as well.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
definitely, yeah.
going really well.
So
Yeah, yeah.
hopefully, the trend doesn't follow that everybody goes the one route and we do keep the variety because it is good that there is a mix of cars out there. So
Yeah, yeah, sure. And yeah, I think yeah, I think the grid is looking fantastic. And the Tigra, I've always said it doesn't actually look like a Tigra as a road car. It just looks like a national hot rod. And I think that's the way the body shapes are going. They just look really kind of like I've always said they look sexy. National hot rod racing, and that's what it's all about. And I think the Mazda's probably going to bring a new crowd in with some of the Mazda fans, which is good. But yeah, no, they're all coming together nicely.
yeah, no, definitely. So I say if new shapes is always more than welcome. So
Sure. And so as a driver, is it about the fun or is it about the winning? Which bit's the most important?
like ultimately we go out there to win, but without the fun, we need the fun aspect of it as well, to keep us going. So I probably struggle a little bit with the home series, which after the damage at Ipswich, if I really wanted, I probably could have forced to get back out on track. But I just wanted to switch my focus over to Ipswich. Just with the lack of cars and stuff at back
Yeah,
home, it was a little bit of a struggle just to keep motivated to that. So, I found it much easier to get motivated for the World Final. So that
sure.
was partly the decision then to switch focus quite early. Because yeah, it's important to have your car as good as it can be for the world.
Yeah, I mean it's still very much the centre of everyone's year, really. It's I think it'd be sometimes be nice to pull it at the end of the year, but of course then the weather, 'cause, can you imagine a wet a November World Final or something? It'd be freezing cold and very wet, I guess. But yeah, no, it kind of works. I think it's a great weekend, and I think like for the weekend, I mean, it's fantastic value. I think it's £55 for a weekend to go and watch. Whole weekends for racing. So much. It's not just the National Hot Rods, because we've got a great support cars. We've got the 2 litre hot rods, of course, and of course the stock rod World Championships, which sort of kind of brings me on to someone that you may know and you may be supporting in that race. So I think the last time we spoke was also I think I called Siobhan your wife. So I'm not quite sure. Have we has that evolved since then, or where are we
Yeah,
with that?
still the same. But we're living together over in Northern Ireland now, so
Good.
we've got a dog. So if you've been listening to Ipswich, that was one of the things that she wanted when she won the world. So we've got a house and we've got a dog. But no, definitely, like I think the Hosier switch for the stock rods has mixed things up a little bit. But Siobhan and her dad and the team's finding their feet, and I
Yeah.
don't think she'll be far away at Ipswich either. So
And
no.
what's it like watching it? So are you better at watching her, or is she better at watching you?
Don't know to be fair. She probably gets to watch me a whole lot more than I do in Scotland, because we get a lot of clashes, so I can't really travel across to support
Sure.
or help out. So, but she comes quite regular to our rounds when she can. So, but now we'll both cheering each other on this weekend, and hopefully we can do the double with the world rather than the national now. So.
Yeah, no, that'd be good. That'd be good. And there'll be plenty of cheers from from over the water, and of course from Scotland too. So yeah, I just can't wait for the weekend. So we're recording now on a Tuesday evening. So when are you heading over? What's the plans now?
So the car's pretty much been ready for now for the last couple of weeks, but there's always a few little bits because I'm kind of so laid back now because we are so close to being ready. There's a few little bits, just spanner check and stuff, and then load up. So hopefully we'll load up tomorrow night, have kind of Thursday night off, or maybe just kind of attach the van, and then we're on the boat Friday morning, and then it'll kind of be a Friday all sort of day drive down. So hopefully we'll land at Ipswich kind of 7 o'clock ish, get a beer and chill out and go to bed, get an early night.
Early start on Saturday. So yeah, I'll be there Saturday morning. I'm really looking forward to being sort of like back in and around the paddock, and we'll do some footage and some filming, which would be good. Yeah, no, looking forward to following it, and I really wish you all the best of luck. I mean, like as many have gone on to defend it, which is that little bit special when you get the second one, I think. But yeah, absolutely good luck, Derek. Thank you for your time. I mean, is there anything else that you need? You want to thank your sponsors or your fans, or is there anything else you need to say before we go?
No, it's like everybody that helps out, it's more than appreciated. Everybody's got their name in the cars. Probably too many to name. Everybody's a small bit to play to be in there. So, no, hopefully we go on to defend it. It would be a very small list of people across the water that would defend it. So, no, it would be something special to do that. So, but we go into the weekend. I feel that I'm in as good a shape as I can be. The car is probably in as good a shape as can be. So, I feel like I'm giving myself the best chance for that. So, hopefully it all falls into place.
Good. Top man. See you at the weekend, yeah?
See you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.